All right, I'm DK, and we're here with another episode of Austin Comedy Network Interviews. Today, we are joined by Patrick Garcia-Pantoja. I always mess up his last name.
You fucked up the first name. You said Patrick.
Oh, I said Patrick? I swear to God, Pancho Garcia. I smoke too much weed. You know
this. That's 100%.
Pancho Garcia-Pantoja.
Pantoja.
Yeah, he'll say
there
it.
You go. There you go. Yeah, Patrick.
Welcome to the podcast once again. Last time we didn't get to do a full episode shoot with you, so I'm glad you'll join us again for another reshoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's been. I mean, I always have a great time sitting and chatting with you, smoking. So tell me, what have you been up to recently, Pancho?
I appreciate that intro. To be honest, bro, I really do. No, like you said, I enjoy the company. You know, the vibes are good. But recently, I just been on my comedy shit, writing a lot. Working out, trying to stay healthy,
Staying healthy is so important in this day and age.
So important, bro, because we might be thinking we're healthy eating all these fruits and vegetables, but little do they know they're injected with steroids, hormones. It's a huge fucking weird situation right now when it comes to health.
We can talk about that a little bit.
I'm down.
Everything in the world is, I feel like, I was just talking to you about that before we got on here. I just feel as though, like, really, when it comes to being healthy, there's no way to achieve like a perfect balance, especially here in America, where like all the food is poison, like literally all of it. Pick your poison. It's like you decide to have whole foods, you decide to eat whole foods, and the meats are full of hormones and steroids, the fruits the same thing, pesticides, etc. You eat stuff out of boxes or pre-prepped food, and it's just like they're not even using real ingredients. You can't pronounce half the shit that's inside the box. All types of dyes and artificial preservatives. Everything is full of sugar. Sugar is so toxic for you. Yeah, but I mean, it's so good though. It's
Bro, if I could, I would eat tablespoons of sugar every day if I could.
Like cocaine and methamphetamine and stuff, they look at sugar and they just like, how do you have it so easy?
Nah, literally, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why are you on the market? I'm not.
You probably kill more people than anything.
Probably, bro. They take off sugar. Takes off limbs.
More than limbs.
You can really just have no leg because you like sugar that much.
You get no leg, no toes. You can fuck up your heart. Sugar is one of the main fuels for cancer. Like, it gives you a lot of brain fog because your body is so used to consuming carbohydrates constantly. Like, we weren't built. We didn't adapt to consume sugar at the rate that we do now. Like,
100%.
Sugar was like relatively in small quantities and like berries and stuff. And even those, like, they've been artificially tinkered with to produce the best fruit over and over again over generations. Like, bananas look nothing like they used to do back in the day.
These things are huge now, bro,
and they're just all fruit. Like, back in the day, it used to be mostly seed. There's barely any pulp in it. Like,
what's funny though about all the shit that's going on? The only reason why it's actually being successful in America is because Americans are lazy as shit. The real healthiest way is to grow your own shit. To have like your own livestock, chicken, that's the healthiest way, because damn well you're not doing that to yourself. Yeah. But the government knows, like, bro, these Americans ain't gonna do that.
They're not.
Fuck? They DoorDash.
I know I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I talk all this shit, but at the end of the day, it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Safe HEBs, I gotta just put my faith in them.
We're all imperfect humans.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it with the knowledge that we have.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm one huge trip away from just doing everything on my own. I'm one huge like mushroom or acid trip away for just be like, no, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna let them take it over anymore. I'm just gonna plant my own shit, because it has been hitting my head, like my mind. I'm like, damn, bro. Even though it's gonna suck, I just hate knowing the fact that eating these fruits, eating this chicken, it might not be really helping me the way I want.
It's so weird how psychedelics push you to be a better version of yourself. Like,
it pushes you to where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, everyone. It feels like it's so good at helping you realize, like, helping you acclimate to try to find internal balance, like, in whatever way that might be. There's so many different levels of a person's existence in their journey. There's your financial, your mental, your spiritual, your physical health. you know, and you have to take care of all these things and kind of keep them in balance. And it's funny how psychedelics will help point you in the right direction and help also give you ideas. You know, they all come from inside of you, but it's so weird how it'll change your headspace and your perspective to help allow more those thoughts to be more efficient and come through more clearly.
100%. 100%.
For you to, and also to help you get out of your headspace, out of the current day, to kind of like really sit there and evaluate and take time off for yourself. And
yeah, no, definitely. It makes you realize that it sucks to, you know, admit, but this world has a lot of evil in it. But at the end of the day, it's also got a lot of good because of the people that want to project that, right? There's a lot of people that want to just be in the mud, just grumpy. But if we have people, you know, the psychedelic heads that come out, you know, like, nah, bro, we can really make the best out of this situation. Even if it sucks, we can make the best out of it. And at the end of the day, it's really just your own choice to either stay in that funk or try to get your way out of it and just make something different for the long run, you know, because it's easier said than done. I know, trust me, I've been there where I'm just like, bro, this shit sucks. Like, what the fuck, what's the point? I've been there. But when I took mushrooms, something clicked.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, nah, I'm only 21 years old, bro. There's something that, you know, there's something I should be doing that should be making me happy, you know, even if it's gonna take time. There's something I can be doing to get to that point.
Yeah.
And that's why I always will give mushrooms the what's it called? I will always praise mushrooms for me coming to Austin.
Yeah.
I literally took an eighth, and like the next day I was like, bro, I need to go to Austin. I'm wasting my time here just doing security. I need to go to Austin, and came here, and now, you know, I'm doing what I told myself I was doing. And even though, you know, I just started 6 months, five months into comedy. So no, 6 months now. I'm still loving the fact that I'm growing, even if it's not to where I want to be fully.
Yeah.
The little steps I can tell on stage when I'm on there, it's pretty sick to see, like, the feel, the difference.
Yeah. And the growth. I mean, life is so much about growth. And you can't do anything that you want to do in life if you're scared of failing or the road being hard. I mean, they tell you, I bring this up all the time. I mean, one of the things that I commonly heard when I first got into comedy was, oh, it takes 10 years to be a great comic, you know. And, you know, there might be a little bit of something to that. You know, with every skill, you have to put in your 10,000 hours, etc., to become a professional. And some people have an innate ability within themselves to kind of like cross that threshold faster.
Yeah.
But I do find it interesting how, like, everyone on their own. I'm pretty high right now. I just realized that as I was talking. But you know, everyone is on. I kind of forgot what I was talking about, and I was trying to play it off and trying to gather it back. But
we were talking about how, like, some people say it's like 10 years to be a good comic. People move faster, but you're also saying, like, nah, fuck, I'm high as shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you were talking to, yeah, okay, I know where I was at.
Okay, let's go.
But it's funny how, like, if you go into anything, like, something like comedy, and you expect to get results immediately, you will be very disappointed, and you will fail, and you will never become what you want to be or what you're meant to be.
And that's where the depression comes.
Yeah.
Because they put their eyes on the short term, like, bro, if I don't make it in 3 months, I'm just not going to, like, bro, no, like.
And you gotta be willing to put in the work, dude. Like, you cannot get to A to Z without going through B, C, D, E, and all the alphabets in between. It's just not possible.
There's no skipping.
I mean, sometimes you do get lucky, don't get me wrong, but you can't expect those moments to happen. You have to plan for them not to.
Yeah,
like,
it's almost like the same with dating, you know. It's like can't just be like, oh, I want to get pussy.
You gotta work your game, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't go to a bitch and be like, hey, you trying to fuck? No, that's not how it happens, bro. You bomb a couple times, then you just keep going.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a great point, but it is very relatable to that too, you know. Anything that you want to do in life, you have to try hard for, you know. I think even like in terms of physics and like the natural laws of the universe, like one of Newton's laws is that for every exchange there must be for every reaction there's an equal reaction on the other side. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's like Newton's like first law. You know, it's same thing in alchemy. Like, there has to be an equal exchange.
Yeah.
old science. It's just like
100%.
very simple things we've already known. Like energy isn't created or destroyed.
Yeah.
And the things you want to manifest in life, you have to put in energy. Like one of the most valuable things on earth, whether you realize it or not, is your time.
Yeah.
Is your time.
100%.
If you spend your time thinking and trying to make your vision happen, the universe will pay you off in one way or another. Like they say, you shoot for the stars and maybe hit the moon.
No, you
know?
shoot for the stars, but aim for the moon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're correct. But you know, the saying applies. But you can't do nothing if you don't try.
Yeah.
If you're discouraged to.
If you shoot for the moon, you might miss the land among the stars.
That's what it is, huh?
Yeah. That's the whole saying.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Sorry.
I appreciate you correcting me. I like that.
But it's a great saying, like it applies. Like Nike said, just do it. You know, I bring that up. I've brought that up several times across the last several episodes.
Don't interrupt. Fuck Nike, but keep going.
No, yeah, I get what you mean, but yeah. But the saying is so simple.
Great slogan.
Yeah,
just
the
do
slogan
it.
is great. The slogan is great.
That's
the
why
slogan is a mantra.
That's why they're at where they're at.
Yeah.
Just simple. Just do it. You fatty. That's what they should say at the end.
Yeah.
Just do it, fatty. Work out. Just do it.
I tell people, like, there's so many things in life that you already accomplished that you never even wanted to. You know, you don't remember, but it was hard to learn your ABCs at first.
Yeah.
You know, and when you didn't know them, it was like I was watching a short earlier, and Cam was talking about how, you know, he didn't know English he didn't know how to read in like the third grade. It was a joke, I think, but yeah, he said he didn't know how to read in the third grade, and he was like, you know, when you don't know how to read, it's damn near impossible to learn how to read. And it's the truth. Like, remember, there was a day where you didn't know how to walk or how to talk, and it was a process that took months and weeks, but you accomplished that shit as a baby.
Yeah.
So what can't you accomplish as an adult, like a fully functioning, capable adult?
That's 100% because because right now, as like you said, adult, that's when you kind of you're grown, right? You're actually like a strong stump, strong base. Now you got to blossom type shit. No corny shit. That sounded real good to me. But at the end of the day, it's really just blossoming to, like you said, learning as an adult and seeing how much you can actually acquire as a fully capable person. Because as a kid, you can't do everything because, you know, physical strength or like you know, puberty. But as a full adult, where all that's done, now it's limitless. Like you can really see how far you can get your body, your mind. You're fucking fine. Like it's just limitless. There's nothing. Everything else is It's funny because everything around us, it's all made believe, right? Like everything that was made, like laws, that's all made believe from people that just said this is how it should be. It's not real in a sense. So that's why like when people don't understand, like I'm trying to do everything, it's because everything's limitless. Some things might take longer, but you can still do what you want and try to figure it out.
The world is a beautiful place.
That was a lot of hand gestures. I'm trying. I was like, bro.
No, I was just walking with someone the other day, and I was explaining to them. I'm like, you got to understand that when you're, because it was a friend. She was telling me that she wanted to try, you know, podcasting and, you know, doing the same thing that I'm doing here. And I was like, and she just saw, like, she was explaining to me that the reason why she can't do it is because this or that. And I mean, I have these conversations almost on a daily basis now where, you know, people will come and ask me for advice or talk to me. And I try to explain to people, you know, you have to understand that you are limited by your own mind. Your mind is a prison. You know, I've done a lot of reading of like Plato and Socrates, and, you know, I bring this up all the time. Like the allegory of the cave is one of the most beautiful pieces of historical writing ever, because in there Socrates explains that like the whole conclusion of the allegory of the cave basically is that you are limited by the perceptions that you create. Your mind is a prison, you know, and part of the journey in life is to dissolve as much of these boundaries that you've placed on yourself through interacting and growing up with people, and you know, social I would say barriers, etc., you know, that have kept you down and made you feel limited. But in reality, like, the world is so beautiful and it's so wide, and there's so many ways to tackle so many different things. I'm like, you cannot perceive these things as you cannot get past them. You have to think of them as you're going to get past them, because how are you going to do it? Like they say, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat.
That's whoever made that shit up is a fucking psychopath. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but the saying is like so true though too. Like there's 1,000 ways to do everything. People will tell you, oh, that my way of barbecuing is the best. But there's a fucking 1,000 ways to cook a brisket.
Literally.
And I mean, yes, some are better than others for sure, but sometimes it's just all about personal preference though too.
That's 100% true.
Yeah,
it is, cause yeah, bro. Like I've been re-listening to like a lot of Duncan Trussell, and it's as a psych head, because I first found him when I was like 16. I was like, damn, this guy's talking wild. Like I was not woke at all.
Yeah,
like in that sense, because I ain't gonna get into that discussion. But
Yeah.
I'm woke.
Yeah,
You understand? I'm woke, but now as Duncan,
my
as
third eye is open.
no, it's open, bro.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get bigger, because I
Yeah.
need to trip pretty soon, because on that never mind. But Duncan, bro, now as the mindset I have now, listen to him,
Yeah,
it's like, yo, this shit's 100% true. Like that's why
you start to understand it a little more.
I have no doubt that I'm gonna do what I want to do in this comedy world. I have no doubt. Like it's gonna be at its own pace, at its own time, and I'm perfectly fine with just
Going
experiencing everything.
going through the journey.
Yeah, I'm
I was
perfectly
telling
fine with
people that the other day. I messed up my second Kill Tony appearance. It went way worse than my first one, in my opinion. But it wasn't so much. I'm okay with it at the end of the day, because it's part of the experience. It's only the second time ever I've performed in front of 300 plus people. I followed Cam Patterson, watched him behind stage kill, and it made me nervous right before. Tony had me dancing on stage like a corny white boy. Yes.
Did you really dance?
It's pretty. Yeah. He psychologically cornered me.
Oh, so he just damn.
You know how he got me? Because look, the first time I did pretty good on my set, but then I tanked my interview. I was drunk. I was rebuttaling too much with shit that he didn't like, and I had the feeling like he didn't like me. I felt like I wouldn't get on again, and I ended up getting on again 2 weeks ago, and I did the Chris Benoit joke, and it started off good. The middle of the joke got less pops after I explained it, because I tinkered with it backstage after listening to Cam for those 10 minutes. I was like, I just had to drop and then I forgot the end. So then I was kind of 15 minutes short of the growl, where I was just kind of stalling a little bit. But then he made me do another joke, and that one completely bombed. So
He made you do another joke?
yeah, and I didn't expect that at all. And you know what he told me? Right, he was like, do your best joke ever right now. And the time started. Dude, I did literally the last joke that I ever wrote. I hadn't even did it because my mind, I was trying to remember it. I was just go, 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 go. Yeah. And I did a joke, and that second one completely bombed. And then the interview was going good, because I was like, oh, I'm forgetting to focus on the interview. And I was like, my whole idea was that I was going to just let them kind of do their thing, and I was just going to kind of stand up there and take it. And then what it ended up getting into was he started to ask me questions, and one of the questions he asked was, okay, so what do you like to do besides comedy? And I go I like to go out to the bars and clubs and shit, smoke and dance and stuff. And he's like, dance right now. And then the guitar literally starts going immediately, and the drums start playing.
Damn.
And
he was just fast like that,
bro. Yes.
Just,
yes. And I was like, it wasn't even no.
It was
an electric guitar and just thimble
that's wild that he just said, okay,
so
keep going. Yeah,
fist bumping and shit. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I'm I don't know what to do to this. I'm you're giving me white people music, so I'm gonna dance like a white boy. I don't know.
You did the right thing.
The crowd did not the crowd was not feeling those rebuttals and shit. But it's just part of the experience. There's gonna be those times where it's hard and rough, and you have to go back and analyze what went wrong there.
Yeah.
What can I change within myself to do better next time? It's during your worst moments or the hardest ones where you learn the most about yourself in the art.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. But so who's doing that?
I don't know. Find out.
Of course, the only person who ever interrupts during stream, the videographer, the only person who ever interrupts during the stream.
Say hi, George.
Like, of all people on earth, he's the only person who does
It's
that.
funny.
That shit is absolutely crazy.
It's funny because I had a feeling I was gonna see him.
Yeah, it's just
I'm a professional.
It's just curious.
I just
George.
knew it was him. That's why I just sat there and waited. I'm just like, I know it's the videographer. Who else would?
I just had a feeling. That's hilarious. I had a
Yes.
gut feeling that it's gonna be Anton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it's,
it was.
It's Curious George just
Yeah.
popping in.
Yeah.
He does look like a Romanian.
But let's get back on track.
Curious George.
So I always like to tell people, you know, who come and interview, if I've known them for a while, some of the things that I've observed about them that I really like.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I really like about you and why the conversation is steered the way it has in the beginning of this interview is just because since I've met you, you've always been a very cool, calm, and collective person. You have
Appreciate
a good head on yourself, you know.
Appreciate that.
You always sit there and you'll patiently talk to people. You never seem like too emotional either way. Like you're just and you're honest. Like you tell people how you feel, what's on your heart, and I can relate to that because I'm very much the same way in that sense. And I always see that you're always working on yourself, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I don't know how to take compliments, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, like every time I talk to you, you're always talking about what you're working on in terms of yourself. I love meeting ambitious people who are working on create, because one of the hardest things to do in this world is to create.
Yeah.
And it takes a person on a very like special divergent path.
Oh yeah.
Like art, like I used to say science was better than art, and I still, you know, as an artist myself now, or somebody heavily into art who's been entrenched in this world for like a few years now.
Yeah.
Like, well, I think Einstein said it best. Imagination is more important than knowledge, because knowledge is limited and imagination encircles the world.
Yeah. Damn.
And I mean, creativeness is something that most of us lose as children, and it's so hard to ever get back. It's so
100%.
easy to just follow somebody else and do things designed by other people. Like most people will never know how hard it is to create things out of your own mind, and like to even simple things like working on yourself. Like most people struggle with it.
Yeah.
And you know, you seem to be doing good at both. You know,
I mean,
you're ambitious, you're focused on your art, and you're also focused on yourself, and that's a great balance, dude.
I appreciate that, my guy. No, I mean, definitely, it's like likewise as well, because I mean, no matter what, you're always at the creek. You know, you always have your face shown, and that's the biggest thing, right? You did mics, you do this. You're actually staying on the grind when a lot of people quit. You know, so that's why. And then you're doing like real professional right away. I give you props for that, because I mean, I couldn't do this right now just because of where I'm at. Yeah. And it's just, you know, what it is. But I give you props for making it happen. And it's pretty sick to see it come into like something that's going to be probably pretty big in the next year and a half too. Like people are going to be on here. Yeah. Frequently. It's going to be sick to be like, damn, started from this to what you envisioned, what you told me earlier. So it's going to be, I love seeing people's words come into fruition. That's the word. Yeah. Fruition. Because it's just, it's so cool to see, because you know the person from where you met them, and then to see that in a couple of years, it's just like, damn, bro, this man's like, he gets the whole blossoming. He's like, bro, I want to make my vision a reality. And I love seeing that actually happen on the other side, like actually seeing people I fuck with like that. And it's gonna be sick to see, bro. Yeah, really and is. I mean, and it's one of the beautiful things about this city and this scene in particular. It's just like, I feel like I'm riding the same vibrational frequency, and I don't mean to get so white girl with it, but like, no, as most of you guys, you know, I'm so entrenched in a community full of bright minds and people who are working on their own things, and I mean, that's something that the world is really lacking, is ambitious people. Yeah, and sadly, I mean, everybody here in comedy is ambitious, just in getting up on stage and trying to perform every night, writing jokes, trying to get better. That's actually trying to get better, chasing their dream, what they want to do. Comedy is not a profitable or necessarily great world to be in, but you know, it's a beautiful thing to see somebody so dedicated to an art form that they're willing to sacrifice it all, become homeless, sometimes thug it out and be bummy for like days, weeks, months, years, like be essentially poor, like, 100%. And you know, for the art, and I mean, it's a common thing in all art forms, whether that be painting or acting or music, you know.
it takes special people. And I want to one of the questions I want to ask you is, do you have anything in particular in life, or maybe several things that you accredit to taking you on the journey that you are on now?
Definitely. I mean, that's a good question. Definitely. Well, just like as learning to like put myself first after a while, because you always want to take care of your people.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the truth is you have to make sure you take care of yourself first, so you can actually have the funds and actually have the knowledge to take care of your people.
Yeah.
So after I learned that, I was like, you know what, I got to make sure I'm good first. So learning that skill, and then also just having support. Like, that was really weird when I told, like, my particular people I told, all of them were supportive. They're like, bro, that makes sense. Like, go. Like, you got to, yeah. The San Jose's always going to be here. All the city shit's always going to be here. But, you know, that scene, what's happening right now, because I explained to them, I showed, like, all the shit that's happening. That scene that's happening right now, that's not always going to be there. Yeah. That shit's, like, that's L.A., New York type shit. Like, that you have to, if you want to do this, you have to be a part of the big shit. So I was like, all right. And that was huge, because I did not expect support. Yeah. You know, like, genuine support. I expected a couple people to be like, no, don't do that. What the fuck? But the fact that they said it makes sense and it was genuine, I was like, damn, bro. Yeah, I got to do this. I mean, I wasn't even looking for that. The fact that I just got it, I was like, fuck. There's no way I can just stay here and just lose another 10 to 15 years and then do it. Yeah. I'd rather do it right now and then become good in 10 to 15 years. Become sold out arenas in 10, 15 years. You know, I want to be that. Yeah. So that was huge support. And then also just, I do want to get off. I do want to start, you know, doing livestock and shit. And I know the best way to get there is doing something that I feel is not given, but basically just something that I feel like I can make profitable to the point where I can buy land. Yeah. I can learn how to fucking plant vegetables and fruits. I can have livestock, cattle, and kind of be off the grid type shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be stuck in robot fucking United States of America in 20 to 50 years and not be able to know how to survive on my own. You know? So that's another huge thing. But yeah, just planning ahead, support, and then just finally telling myself I got to do something for me. I got to do it. But yeah, I mean, those three things were definitely the main reason why I'm here now. Yeah. Time to be selfish type shit. Yeah. Time to see what the fuck I'm really made of.
And everybody has to get, I think, to that point in life. And I think one of the interesting things you talked about is that you didn't expect the amount of support that you got. Yeah. And I find it, I try to encourage people with this, like, you'd be surprised, like, so many people are in their own head, their own ego about how the world will perceive them. Yeah. You know? Yeah. The basis of shame is that it's simply embarrassment seen by the whole world. Like, it's okay to trip and fall by yourself. Like, you might think, oh, that's embarrassing for a second, but it doesn't really matter much. The fact is being in front of the public and having that feeling that people are judging you. Yeah. But the reality is that it's so hard to walk your own path and be confident in what you do, regardless of what it is, that people generally respect you just for, you know, making the attempt. Exactly. Or to, you know, for walking your own path. Because they're like, man, I wish I had the balls to be able to do that. I wish I had it internally. 100%. Because it's a hard thing, dude. Most people don't have it. That's just the truth of it.
And it's funny because when you bring it up and like to regular people that have like 9 to 5s, they look at you like, what? Yeah. What are you talking about? You're not gonna get benefits? Like, you're willing? Like, it's weird because like we don't see it weird. Yeah. Because we're in it, but it is a wild thing to just go out and try to be a comic, especially when everybody's trying to do it. Yeah. And I mean, like, it is a weird thing to do, but that's what kind of, you know, that's what we all have similar. That's where we're all similar. Yeah. We're weird in that sense. We're actually going and trying to do this shit for real. Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty sick to me, honestly, to actually tap into that weirdness. Like, why not stand in front of people, just make them laugh, have all the attention on me? Because we all are attention whores. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what comics are. We're attention whores because if we weren't, we wouldn't be on stage telling jokes.
This is 100% true.
We want people to laugh at our jokes so they can feel good, and that reciprocates back us, and it's just a great night, great vibes. Yeah. And if we don't get it, we get in our heads a lot. Yeah. That's one thing being a comic, bro. You want You want to be a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you feel like
Most
shit.
comics are people pleasers.
Yeah. When it comes to like performing.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you feel like shit.
But I also feel like most comics have a very like, at least most of the ones that I've met like have a good spirit, in the sense that like a lot of comics that I've met have actually been through like a lot of shit. Like trauma is super common in comedy,
Hell yeah.
or just hard lives, you know. And most people have an appreciation for life, and they want to bring joy to other people.
Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest things is, I think comedy starts internally first with learning how to laugh at yourself, laugh at the bad things in life, you know, understanding that shit can go wrong at any moment.
Yeah.
You know, as it can go right too. It's just the paradigm of the world. But
exactly.
You know, I'm high. I realize that as I'm going through the sentence. I'm like, I'm kind of branching off as I'm talking.
Yeah. But no, you're right. Like, it's just it's all, at the end of the day, it is easier. For everybody else, it is easier said than done. But at the end of the day, it's not. It's actually easy both ways. If you want to do something, it's really just going out and doing it.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, people have, if you're an able-bodied person, if you are that.
Can I get that lighter, Patrick?
There's no reason why you can't just go and try to chase your shit. If you have everything working, that's almost disrespectful for the people that don't have shit.
Agree.
Like, bro, they were like, bro, what? I'm really trying to get my shit, and I only have a fucking foot. I can't walk. I'm still out here, fucking trying to shine. And then the motherfuckers sitting in their fucking crib just smoking, playing video games, not doing shit, not trying to do nothing.
Not doing shit.
Just trying
this is just the last month, when part of the process of getting this up, like I was going to look at equipment, and I went to Walmart, and I have a shopping problem. Like, I really love to spend money.
And Walmart's a nice spot.
It really is.
It is.
And I end up getting an Xbox X. I don't even play video games. Like, dude, I really don't. Like, I'm not. The only time, like, I grew up with siblings, so one of the weird things about me is I only like to play video games against other people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a versus person. I can't play video. I've never played the campaign in, like, fucking anything.
I had to be, like, really high to play the campaign. There's no way I could do it, like, just sober.
But, dude, I got an Xbox. I hooked it up. I was playing Fortnite for, like, a week and a half. I don't even have no friends on Fortnite. I was making friends on Fortnite. Like, I was having so much. Dude, I didn't do, like, shit.
Timmy's raw, huh?
Work for, like, a week and a half. Huh?
Yeah, Timmy's raw, huh?
Yeah.
The little kids are fucking nice at Fortnite, bro. And then they be fucking dancing on your shit. Like, fuck you, little
dude,
bastard.
I had to give that shit back. I'm like, dude, I'm not focusing on comedy, building my business, like anything. I'm just... Yeah.
The game, bro.
That shit is addicting.
Especially online. Online gaming. Bro, Call of Duty on Xbox Live, bro. Oh, my God, Patrick. You remember Call of Duty, right?
Yeah. I wish that they brought back, like, Nazi zombies.
I know.
Like my favorite part of Call of Duty.
That shit was sick, but no, Call of Duty on live, bro.
Just keep it real. You know, you just wanted them to just bring back Nazis. That's like the whole. That was like the whole part of it.
But the cool thing is,
the zombies don't really matter. But like the Nazi part, bring back as many of those as you can.
But the cool thing is, you get to kill them.
Yeah.
But I think Patrick wants the other way around. He wants the troops to be the Nazis and then or to be the zombies and the Nazis to be shooting. He's like, bro, Hitler had a point. He's not crazy, but nah, bro. Games is go.
I wanted to talk a little bit about your comedy journey. So, how long have you been doing stand-up at this point?
I think 6 months now. Yeah, 6 months.
6 months. So, first off, tell me about your first time on stage. How did that go?
It's at Creek in the Cave.
Okay.
It was like a late night mic. I was pretty fucking sauced.
Uh-huh.
I had my book. I was reading my notes. I was like, bro, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it. Got up there.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot I had the book in my hand.
Yeah.
Fucking forgot all the material I wrote and just fucking blanked. It was just so much. I was like, yo, what the fuck? There was only like 3 people there.
Uh-huh. Did you drink your first night?
Yeah, I got fucked.
Yeah. So I it's a very common thing I ask the guests on here. And almost like I'd say probably 80% of comics were intoxicated their first time, including myself.
Yeah, but I was so prepared. I was like fucking. But then
Yeah.
And when I got up there, it was just something that made me like, oh shit, we're actually up here.
Yeah.
That's what it said. I, like in my head, I was like, oh fuck, I'm actually doing this, and I just fucking did crowd work with like 4 people. It was horrible. It was trash, but
It's part of the journey. Lessons learned.
I laughed. I laughed after too. I was like, yo, I fucking just ate shit for no reason. There's only 4 people here. But nah, that was my first time. Creek in the Cave, late mic, bombed, drunk, fell asleep in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good night.
Yeah. Most first time stories aren't. But in your time, you've definitely. I mean, I've seen you perform quite a few times at this point.
Yep.
You're definitely gotten a lot better at your joke writing, your cadence on stage. You're super comfortable. You know, you even go take a seat on stage usually.
Yeah.
And I've seen you work on hammering out the jokes that you like and concepts.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just it's the signs of somebody who's really invested in working on their art, and you know, the signs of somebody who I think will, if they stick with it, will go
I appreciate
places.
that. That's the goal. I appreciate that because I mean, some of my jokes are definitely hard to get passed on by the community.
Oh, I know. I completely understand.
Like my cheek taking shit. Not a lot of people are on board with that, but they laugh. They're like, it's funny, but geez, bro, you gotta chill. I'm like, nah, bro.
It's like immediately the first joke that I thought of when you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
There's this great quote that goes like, better to write for yourself and have no public than to write for the public and have no self.
Nice.
Stay true to yourself.
You shouldn't have said that because I'm really going to try to master that joke. I'm going to get it to pop. But, yeah, no.
So take me through your joke writing process. How does that usually go?
Yeah, no, definitely. So as of recent, I have changed it because I've been doing writing differently. I actually went over. Do you know Dom?
Yeah, Dom LaMarca.
Yeah, the boy Dom. He invited me over to do some writing, and we've been doing like writing prompts.
Yeah.
He's like names, like he has a book, and it's pretty sick. You get to pick, like, for instance, there's one about like keeping up with current times, and then I was like, oh, that's pretty fucking sick. So I made like a little joke about like, I don't like the fact that I can look up COVID information while at the same time be having a porn in the corner, just jerking off. Yeah. Just reading information that's worrying me. Like, oh shit, my mom got vaccinated. No,
that's a wild thing to say. That's what I'm
saying. And I was like, bro, this is great. So I've been doing like writing prompts, like just making things up, and then also like writing on a lot of what I think in the moment.
Yeah.
Cause like for a while I was like, oh, I'll think this and go back home and then write it down. But now I just get my phone and then write it down like that. So observing more, cause I was just trying to get thoughts. And I wasn't like really observing everything around me. And not gonna lie, people are idiots, so it's a lot of shit's funny. When you're just really looking out for shit, like, oh my god, bro. This guy's just picking his nose and just ate it. No cares at all. Like, what the fuck? And he just walked by. I was like, yo, you just did that? About to go touch the bananas, bro? Yeah. Fuck you. But yeah, the world is filled with funny people that don't even know it.
Oh man.
And they create
the videographer George, like, You've only seen a few bad interactions, but Patrick can attest. He's one of the most unintentionally funny people on earth. Like,
yeah, because he's foreign.
Yeah,
foreigners are fucking hilarious.
Hilarious, especially Europeans, dude. I fucking love Europeans.
A full solid week, I was convinced that he was like from Paris, but he's actually.
I did too.
Hey, he's legal, right?
Huh?
He's legal.
Yeah, he has.
All right, then I fuck with him.
Yeah.
Crazy shit. Only if he's legal, bro.
No, he's like a vampire.
Yeah, no, he definitely gave me vibes of I'm never gonna sleep in the same house as him. Ever.
He actually worked on a Dracula movie.
I know.
I
know, and he's from Romania. He's Romanian. Like, he looks like a vampire.
They probably offered him the role, but he sucks at acting. Like, you know what, bro? Just nah.
I'm like, I understand how you got the movie. If you showed up to a movie about the Dracula, I'd give it to you too.
They thought that he was the star of the movie.
Yeah,
they're doing makeup. Like, what are you doing? What? Fucking Dracula, bro.
Yeah, but
it's probably like 150 years old.
I just have to say my favorite George moment in the past couple of days is like we're all smoking and he passed me the blunt and he's like, "Do you smoke?" It's like we smoke.
Hey, you're in my country, bro. You're in my country.
No, he's just like he'll forget shit. He'll repeat the same things over and over again.
Yeah, he giggles at nothing. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, he's been doing that recently. He was actually a pretty serious guy before we start giving him. He tried every psychedelic for the first time in the last few weeks. Like we gave him mushrooms, LSD, DMT. Like it changed his life.
DMT'd him?
Sent him to the DMT dimension.
Damn,
and
bro.
there's just like serious music playing, and we're all like dying laughing. He's just like, "You think this is funny?"
Yeah.
So
he'd be so serious. He'd be like, "Okay, you guys listen. So, if you were to meet God, and you go to him and you ask him, why is it that I suffer?" I'm like,
yo,
shut your stupid ass up, bitch.
That's deep.
You Romanian orphan, what the fuck?
He wants answers, bro.
We're in here crying like fucking children. Like, I swear to God, like I was convinced I'd wake up with abs. Like it was so bad. Like I shouldn't have been.
But what do you think God would say? That's a good conversation right there. No cap.
No, he has some funny questions. Like I answered his questions.
He had more.
Yeah, he had a bunch of other shit.
What was it?
I'm pretty high, so it's hard for me to
DK.
remember.
But then he kept reiterating that point. He's just like, "Do you think there is a God with everything that goes on in the world?
Who knows?
Do you think that he would let that happen?"
He said, "What if you go
like,
to
what
God?"
Would you ask
Oh yeah, he asked again. He said, "What if you go to God and you ask him like, and you tell him like all your problems, right?" And he goes, "Oh, that was not me."
Damn.
And then he was like,
That's.
And he was like, "What if you go to God and you tell him all your problems?" And he said, "Yes, I know. I did that."
That's hilarious, bro.
Bro, I was tripping out with it. I was just thinking like, what if George has just been like a comic in disguise like this whole time, who's just never broke character?
That'd be crazy, bro.
That would be hilarious.
He'd be a serial killer for sure. If he never broke fucking character, that's fucking.
Like, what are you on, some Tom Cruise shit?
He eats people.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
Okay, Ashton Kutcher. Do you guys think that he? Do you guys think he did it?
I haven't looked into.
What
that
did he
yet.
do? What happened?
He apparently he murdered this lady with Danny Masterson. It was that 70s show gone wrong.
No, he didn't do it.
I don't know, man. They're both Scientologists. That's kind of sus.
That's true. I don't think he did it though. He does a lot of good.
Ashton Kutcher's always struck me like a good guy.
He tries to stop sex trafficking, bro. Child sex trafficking.
He's always struck me as a good guy.
Yeah, and he's fucking Mila Kunis, so I think he does no wrong. He does no wrong in this world.
International supermodel, isn't she?
No, she's an actress.
Oh shit.
She was on that 70s show. She was in Ted, the first one.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about.
Little
The dark
sexy
haired girl.
ass.
I was just rewatching Ted recently.
Hilarious.
Fantastic movie.
It's always gonna be funny. Always.
I forgot that it even existed. I was like, oh shit.
It's a masterpiece.
Seth Green is funny. Is a funny content creator.
He's still doing it with Family Guy, bro. I laugh my ass off to that shit, bro. That should be hilarious. I got my R&B voice on.
So
You like how it sounds?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, tell me, you grew up in San Jose, California, correct?
Yes, Jay.
So, tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
My upbringing was pretty smooth. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
How many siblings do you have?
I have 2 younger sisters,
Okay.
and then stepbrother that is basically my brother. We've been around each other since 5 years old.
Okay. And how was growing up in San Jose? San Jose is a college town, though. A big university there.
Yeah, they have that. Santa Clara. Yeah, I mean,
It's also just a really nice area.
yeah, San Jose. I mean, it's definitely a smooth city, bro.
It's a coastal city, so you grew up right next door to the beach.
A little bit. Like, I had to go to like Santa Cruz. That's like 30-40 minutes away. Monterey. Like, it's.
Oh, you did?
It's Silicon Valley.
Okay.
Silicon Valley. So that's like
Okay.
inland.
Yeah.
So no, San Jose was fun. San Jose, I loved it, man. I mean, I do wish my city was not changing for the worse, because I would love to buy some shit over there. But San Jose is always gonna be my home,
Yeah.
one of my homes, and it was fun growing up, bro. The kids were kids. very diverse.
Yeah.
You had Islanders, fucking Tongans who eat horse, you know, fucking Samoans that eat mayo just by itself. Like, we had black, Vietnamese, everything was there.
Yeah.
And it was just always some mischief going on, bro.
Yeah.
Because the Bay Area is a real smooth spot.
Were you a skateboarder growing up?
I had a little phase. But then I remember, and then I like realized, like, oh, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
So I can't keep skateboarding. I'm a man.
Yeah, I think everyone I don't know if that's I just want to say that because it sounds a little bit ignorant, but it's okay, it's funny. But I just think everyone in California who grows up in California has like a little skateboarding.
Of course, yeah, you got to, bro. You got to.
The weather's just too nice.
That's how you find out if you like men or not. If you continue with it until like you're 25, yeah, you might like guys, because all they do is skateboard with their shirts off. That's all they do. So I'm not really gonna hang out with that.
Like Adam 22 gay then?
He's.
I think he still loves skateboards.
Yeah, I think he does. And he plays that fucking, what's that shit with the bald string? He still does that shit. Like, bro, get the fuck out of
here. What about Tony Hawk?
I fuck with Tony Hawk, though, because he's a trendsetter. He made that shit big. Mm-hmm. Before Tony Hawk, no one gave a fuck. Who the fuck gives a fuck about someone skateboarding? Nobody. Tony Hawk came around. He did some crazy tricks. Like, oh, let's go see what this talking about.
Tony Hawk is on the Mount Rushmore of skateboarding, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right, what about Bam Margera?
That's so fucked up to ask. Bam.
Yeah. Jackass was also a good show back in the day.
Yeah, and honestly, I did not watch his skateboarding because I was not into like watching people skateboard.
Yeah, that's kind of gay.
Did you hear like the whole like recent story about Bam? Like the past.
There's been a couple,
years?
Yeah, but like what's this one?
Well, like, it first started off, like, in like, 2020, he opened up his house to the public, and he was like, all right, I'm dismantling my skate park, like, one last skate. If you want to come through, and, like, I don't know, like, 5,000 people showed up, something like that.
The fact that people showed up to see Bam, fucking, that's crazy.
And then he just, like, smoked, like, a lot of meth since then. And he's been, like, in and out of rehab.
Oh, my God.
Shit.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well. Bam,
I do too.
Bam, if you're listening to this, bro, stay clean, dude.
Well, he might see this one day.
So, do you have any crazy stories growing up in San Jose that you like to share?
Got a couple, bro. I'm gonna just go into like. Oh, there's one time, bro, when I was selling weed at a young age. Mm-hmm. I was like a junior. This is before I even smoked. I didn't smoke until I was like 18. So I was making profit. And I remember this one time, bro. This bitch hit me up for some weed. And it was a bitch I fucked back in the day. I was like, oh, it's gonna be smooth. Get some head and some money. Let's do this. So she hit me up for an eighth. Mm-hmm. Eighth. So I was like, oh yeah, this is smooth work. So I stole my mom's car. My mom doesn't know about this until now. Put it in neutral. Went down the driveway. Just skirt. And you'll get this fucking money in top. So I went over there. I met at a park. And she said, oh, I'm here at the benches, like, you know where like the little tables are? Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I'll meet you over there. So I went over there, and while I was walking like more than middle of the way, I heard like some branches breaking. Mm-hmm. It was just some fucking fat ass cholos, bro. They're about to jump me for fucking eighth. We're 16, bro. Like, this is like petty shit.
You peeped it before you got there?
I heard it because like they were fucking fat, so they're stepping on branches and shit. Like, that shit's breaking, bro. Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? And then they saw me look, and then they saw me see them, and they came out running. But I was like, bro, this is like my peak athletic body.
You got the fuck up out of
there.
Bro,
I was like jogging after a while. I was like, bro, these guys are stupid. So I got out there, but I was pissed, bro, because like she really set me up for an eighth.
I had a very similar thing happen when I was like 15. I was coming back from high school, and I had like this iPad I was trying to sell, and like for some reason, like my neighbors, my stepmom didn't like me, and she used to hang out with my neighbors, and for some reason I'm convinced like she had me jumped because like I had got her evicted or something. Like,
how'd you get her evicted?
Dude, because it all happened the same night, so I never really figured out exactly what happened. But I came back from school one night, and I used to walk home. Like, and my school was like 3 miles away. Yeah. Like, I used to take like a fucking almost 2 hour walk home every day. Damn. So I'm walking all the way up to the house, and I just start to hear like, start to get like this weird like tingling down my spine, like something's wrong. And because I feel like I'm hearing like echoes of like grass moving or
Yeah.
something. Like my senses are telling me something's wrong. So I keep stopping and looking around. Like, bro, I hear something. Like there's something weird like going on. But I keep turning. Every time I turn around, I don't see shit. So I keep walking down the street, and it's like a little cul-de-sac area. And I was living in Indianapolis at the time, and eventually I get further down the street, and I turn around for this final time because I'm like, dude, something is bothering me. Like somebody is following me or something.
Yeah, that feel you.
And I see the two neighbors come out the cut, and it's like this 16-year-old dude with dreadlocks and this 19-year-old dude with dreadlocks, this big ass dude with dreadlocks.
Jesus.
And they're like, hey, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Because we done kicked it quite a few times or whatever, and we have been talking about like the iPad the other day. The only reason why I bring up the iPad is because he comes up and tells me like, hey, so what's going on with that iPad that you had? And I'm like, oh, I already sold that. And then just like, all right, I forget what happens after that. I'm like, all right, I'll catch you later or whatever. So I shake them up, and then like as soon as I turn around, I just get punched, and I just feel fists just like raining down on me. Like,
damn.
Yeah, like probably like 2 minutes later, like I get up, whatever, go to my house. I was literally probably like 3 houses away from mine. They lived across the street. Like it's just the craziest thing.
Wild.
But I get to my door, and my stepmom at the time, like she's like, yeah, we'll do if you got us evicted or something. Like, yeah, you gotta go. Like, so damn, I had to. She was like, she closed the door on me, and like at that point, like, at that point, like I think I ended up at the hospital. Like somebody called the police. I ended up at the hospital.
Damn.
And I ended up in foster care after that. But
yeah,
but like I never figured out what happened that day. But yeah, that shit, I know about having that same exact feeling. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like something's wrong with me. Something feels wrong. Like your body will tell you. It's crazy how your senses work.
Exactly. It's that energy shit.
Because I couldn't figure it out for like 4 minutes legit. Like I just felt I kept turning
Something
around
was
and
off.
stopped. Yeah, something was off. Like I was picking up some feedback or some, like, I don't know, some.
It's that energy shit, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, 100%. But the only difference is you just didn't get away.
Yeah.
You just got your ass beat. That
Yeah,
sucks.
I didn't get away.
That sucks. Goddamn. Hey, be
But also,
faster.
yeah, and also I knew the guy, so it was like
That's even more fun.
They low key finessed me. Like I didn't. Well, I finessed myself by like assuming they were my friends or whatever. But like, yeah, like
That's crazy,
yeah.
bro.
Only time I ever been jumped in my life, though.
You want to hear a story where the only time I ever slapped a woman?
Tell me.
It was kind of recently, like a year ago. So this is when I was in the pharmaceutical area in society, and I had a lot of vitamins, right?
Got you.
Had a lot of vitamins. They were green, leafy, delicious for you, good for you. Used to sell that, and this one time this girl asked for a lot of vitamins, like a lot. It's gonna be a good little profit, and so I was like, all right, we can meet here. I always tell them to meet me in a parking lot where like there's like a grocery store. So I just know there's cameras all around. Yeah. And that, fucking out here, bro. We out here 2 steps ahead. So I told her to meet her there. First off, this is the first sign if a bitch is really gonna set you up. You tell her to meet you at a certain spot, she's not there. She's in the darkest spot in the parking lot. Yeah. Stupid, right? I was like, no, there's no way this bitch is gonna do this here. I was like, let me just go see. Drove over there. Pulled up. Text her, I'm behind you. Get in the passenger seat. Because whenever I do this stuff, I usually go like 2 streets down to make sure no one's following. Yeah. Just make sure I'm good. So this bitch is just being stupid. She comes to my window, right? Yeah. I was like, all right, so this bitch is just retarded or something's really about to go down. Because I told her passenger seat, she fucking nope. So came to my side. I rolled the window down a little bit. I was like, bro, get in the passenger seat. And as I did that, I saw like 2 guys in my rearview mirror, like coming around from like a trash bag or like a trash can, the big ones. And like as I did that, the window was down, and I just like saw it, and I was like, "You fucking bitch!" And I backhanded her, and I drove off, bro. I went bitch, and then I backhanded her.
She kind of deserved that one.
No, I hit the fuck out of her though. Like I'm talking about, my knuckles were swollen the next day. I fucking binked that
she
bitch.
low-key deserved that though.
100%. And then they started like running after the car. I was like, oh yeah. I was pissed though, bro. I was like, bro, this is gonna be a nice profit. Fucking nice. But she fucking just got backhanded. It was a good time. I felt good. I feel like I'm not even tripping off that. Like I feel like it's yeah.
Any last stories you want to close on?
Um,
We got Kill Tony coming up
I'm about to
soon.
say no last stories, but I do want to say this, bro. Don't be scared to get some chlamydia. All right, like that shit. I just want to like it's a serious problem, bro. People overreact. I'll let you know it's curable. It's just a cold for your penis and or for your vagina. So don't be childish and be like, oh, how could you do that? It's chlamydia, bro. It's the most common STD. That's my message, bro. Don't be scared. Be a human being. It's out there.
Yeah.
And also, bro, if you're a real, alpha males like how we are, you also gotta take these men's cheeks. That'll be more later on that, but just know that take men's cheeks, bro. Assert your dominance out here.
Any closing thoughts for the audience before you get out of here?
Closing thoughts, bro. Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you letting me get on the show, man.
And we have so many more to come.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not too worried about the interview being crazy long right now because, we're here.
This is fun.
You're in town. And we got as we continue to grow, we got so many more episodes and stuff that we plan on doing with you. So
big news coming in the near future, for
hopefully,
sure.
Yes,
definitely, my guy. I appreciate y'all.
Let's go.
For real.
All right, then, guys. That'll be all for us today. That was Pancho Garcia, Pantoja.
That's better.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Señor.
Yeah. That was fun.